Hello, and welcome to Operation Remote Resilience. My name is Lisa, and I'm a certified Warriors at Ease teacher. Today I will be your guide through a gentle chair yoga class designed to de-stress and get in touch with breath. So please start by taking a good seat and lining your feet up, your knees up, lengthening your torso, and starting class by focusing on breathing. So if possible, keeping the mouth closed as you breathe generates a little more heat. But if you have any sinus issues or congestion going on and that wouldn't serve you, then by all means, honor what's going on with your body. And you can either close the eyes or just look down at a place on the floor and just focus on your breath. Relax the shoulders from the ears, unclench the jaw, soften the gaze, relax the face. Let your hands rest on your legs and breathe. Try and use the full capacity of your breathing area. So see if you can feel the breath filling all the way from the bottom of the lungs up and initiated by the action of the contraction of the diaphragm. Tune in to the outward movement of your belly as you draw breath in and completely filling up with breath. You can imagine an empty glass and a pitcher of water, and your lungs being the glass as breath comes in, as you would pour water into the glass, filling from the bottom to the top. And as you exhale, as though emptying the glass from the top to the bottom. So just focus on the breath moving in, the breath moving out. Maybe noticing a sense of lengthening, of expansion on the inhale. And as you exhale, settle into the support, feeling the feet into the floor, backs of the legs into the chair. So as you empty breath out, resting in that support. Steady rhythm of the breath in and out. Lengthening up. and exhaling out. And knowing at any time during the day, during the week, during the month, that tuning in with breath is a resource that you can utilize if you feel the need to be a little more rooted, to settle the energy a little bit. Just take a few minutes to breathe. And turn the head to the left. I'll be mirroring you. And torso long, maybe not taking it to your very furthest edge to start with. So not forcing it. Just enough that you feel a stretch down the neck, maybe even up into the scalp, down the back, the shoulder. Again, unclench the jaw and breathing. So deep, steady breaths supporting physical movement. Taking it the other way. And you're in charge of how intense you make the stretch. So to the point where hopefully you feel the muscles of the neck start to release. And still full steady breath. Back to center. Again, sitting up straight. Knees straight, feet straight. And letting the left ear move in the direction of the left shoulder. So still stretching the neck, but as you change the angle, changes the stretch to a different part. Just tuning in, just nothing to do here but stretch and breathe. Back to center. And taking it to the other side. And just letting the weight of the head do the work and breathing into it. Back to center again, and this time, I'm going to look halfway towards the shoulder. And let the head drop. So again, still stretching the neck, but now another angle. So the muscles of the neck, the scalings are short, little muscles, but they do a lot of work for us. So It's getting in there and stretching them. So loosening the neck also helps loosen the jaw. And moving to the second side. So very deliberate movements. And breathing. Lifting the head up. Coming back to the center. Leaning forward slightly. Letting the head drop. Ensuring that the chin doesn't cut off breathing in the throat, so leaving enough space there as though, say you were to take an apple or an orange and put that underneath your chin. Shoulders can round forward slightly. And now feeling the stretch symmetrically over the whole back of the neck, up into the scalp, into the top of the upper back. Soft gaze down. And nothing to do but stretch and breathe. Sitting up straight. Looking up, so not letting the head completely drop down, just look up past where the ceiling meets the wall, keeping the shoulders moving down, hands relaxed, feet relaxed, face relaxed. And so looking from one side to the other, just start to move your head gradually, your pace. So if it's a little faster or slower than I'm doing, that's fine. You're following your natural movement, maybe following your breath. So the stretch becomes a little more dynamic, incorporating movement. And then back to neutral. Looking up. Looking down. And breathing. And to finish off with the neck exercises, just tracing a semicircle from one shoulder to the other. Moving the chin across the collarbones. And now you can move your head a little bit, move your shoulders. And notice that hopefully you feel a little more opening, a little freer in the neck, maybe even a little more relaxed in the scalp. And then moving into the shoulders, bring your fingertips onto the tops of the shoulders. Pull the elbows in front, back, and around. And moving it the other way, so back and forth. So just moving in one direction, moving the other direction. And the next time the elbows are in front, lift them up, the elbows are shoulder level. And press them back, feeling the expansion, the opening of the front body, the chest, the collarbones, and the contraction between the shoulder blades in the back. Still keeping the neck long, so you can check to make sure you're not tensing up here. You can move your neck. Again, feeling the support of the feet into the floor, legs into the chair, spine supporting the torso. Now taking it the opposite way, bringing the elbows towards each other. And notice that contraction now on the front body, the expansion in the back. Still keeping the torso long and breathing. Pick up your left arm. Again, I'm mirroring you. Holding on to the left tricep with the right hand. Let the shoulder drop down and just pull the arm across. So taking this to the point where you feel a stretch in the arm, maybe even up into the shoulder, maybe even down the back a little bit. And never working to the point of discomfort. And just going for therapeutic irritation, just stretching out the muscles in a controlled way. And breathing. Release that down and take it to the opposite side. Inhaling in, exhaling out, deep and steady. Letting the breath amplify the physical part of the practice. Let it enhance the stretch. Now, bringing the left arm overhead, right arm also, and using the right hand by the elbow to first lengthen and then stretch the arm over. So stretching the arm, but also from the armpit down to the hip, opening up the torso, and again keeping the neck long, keeping the breath moving. And switch it to the other side, please. From this lengthening, again, notice the support underneath you. So as though rooting to rise up. Let both arms go. Feet straight ahead, knees straight ahead, torso long, shoulders relaxed down, and twisting in your chair to the left You can use the left hand to hold on. You can use the right hand on the thigh. But get the length first as you twist. And keep the chest open so that you keep the breathing area free. And again, using breath to maybe move deeper into the pose. Again, not forcing it. Maybe as you breathe, just maybe twisting a little further. Keeping the neck long, face relaxed. Nothing to do but breathe and stretch. Back to center. And taking it to the other side. So feel the rootedness, the grounding of your legs into the chair, your feet into the ground, and from that, the ability to move. So any kind of a twist, obviously one part is stationary and the other part moves. If you were opening up, say, a jar of peanut butter and you twisted the jar at the same time you twisted the lid, you wouldn't get very far, right? Back to center again, and still keeping secure. Maybe move up just a little bit on your chair so you have a little more room, but in such a way it's secure. And sitting up straight. And now let the spine round. So drawing the belly button in. Letting the upper back round. So articulating to the vertebrae of the spine so you're exaggerating the C curve in one direction. Again, make sure you're not cutting off your breath. And you press your hands into your legs, feet into the floor, lengthen the torso, let the shoulders move back, chest opens up, look up, spine long, and so you're exaggerating the curve the other way. So curling in and expanding out. And again, if you're moving a little slower, a little faster than my movement, and you're following what's your natural breath or your natural movement, then that's perfect. And so the spine moves 6 directions. So we twisted, we're bending forward and backwards. Back to neutral again, and so 5th and 6th directions of the spine as well as the neck. We already did that with the neck, so hold on with your left hand to the chair seat or rung of the chair. Flip your right palm up and over, and keeping both sits bones rooted into the chair, taking a side bend. One long stretch from the fingertips down to the hip. Try and keep the neck long so that the head doesn't jut forward, it doesn't jut back. Neck's in a neutral position. And breathe in. So everything gets better when you breathe. Back to center. Again, holding on, opposite now, flipping the palm up and bringing it over. So all 6 positions of the spine. And obviously it's the muscles around the spine we're moving, so not trying to change anything in the actual spine itself. So just freeing things up to move. Bring that down and pick up your right leg, and if you can bring the ankle right above the knee, or if your hips are a little stiffer today, you can just cross at the ankles here. So either way. And then put your thumbs in your hip creases and come forward so you can feel that you're hinging at the hips and stretching out the muscles around the upper thighs or the hips and extending the arms out. Breathing. Keep this top foot active. So I'm not sickling the foot, second toe, center of the knee. Coming back down and switch it to the other side. And again, you have the option to come here also. So always honoring your body, modifying as needed. It's all part of the practice. And practice makes practice. Okay, again, lining up, sitting up straight, taking a good seat, and bringing a little more movement into this while incorporating with breath. As you inhale, reach up, and as you exhale, reach down. Again, if your breath is a little bit different rhythm than mine, and you're following your breath, your movements are a little different, perfectly fine. So think about flipping the hands so the palms face down, and then the palms face up. So really stretching here at the top, and keeping that sense of length as the arms go down. Feeling the support again underneath you, and from that support, reaching up. And reaching down. Inhaling on the way up, and exhaling down. Bring the hands back to the palms. And just take a moment here to kind of scan through your body and feel maybe where you've perhaps gotten a little more freedom, a little more flexibility, maybe in the jaw, maybe the shoulders, maybe more of a sense of just being rooted, of being grounded. And knowing that all these things in the practice are yours to do on your own at any time. And breathing. So, thank you so much for joining me as part of Operation Remote Resilience. Please consider visiting the link below to make a donation. ensuring the continued accessibility of resources like these. Supporters like you make it possible for Warriors at Ease teachers like me to continue to serve those who serve. This is Lisa signing off, Operation Remote Resilience in Health, Resilience, and Connection. And thank you so much for joining me.